Hey, yeah, hey, it's the boat crew, and we always winning. Hey, go against us, I don't recommend it. Hey, it's the boat crew, best up in the business. It's the boat crew, reppin' for the city. Mackin' on and off the field like Khalil. They hate on us cause we keep it too real. I'm talking smack like Phil Rivers in the field. Oh, you mad again cause we kept it real? Why you mad? Hey, I'm talking smack, I feel like Uncle Dave. Hey, I bring the pain, I feel like Derwin James. I could run and gun, I feel like Herbo down the lane. I feel like LT the way I'm stiff arming these lanes. We just wanna win, we just wanna win, yeah. Ay, we just wanna win, we just wanna win, ay. Putting on for the city, putting on for the city. We just wanna win, we just wanna win, yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to a championship edition of Game 1. Chargers win 27-21 over the Kansas City Chiefs. Who would have saw that coming? I think one person on the show picked them to win. And look, we're all going to celebrate together. Say it all along that here we go. The Chargers, can they get by the Chiefs for the first time in 4 years? They did. Week 1 of the season, Chargers are guaranteed to be in first place after the first weekend. I told you guys I thought 2 teams would be 1-0, 2 teams would be 0-1. And look at this. The Chargers are one of the teams that are 1-0, knocking off the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm on cloud 9. I know it's week 1, and Pouch, while you start talking, we're going to light up the victory cigar.
Oh, I love that you're bringing out the victory cigar already. We said in the last show, the Chiefs aren't a team that you can't beat. Chargers proved that. You needed to get an amazing performance from Justin Herbert to get this win, and he was awesome, Mario. I mean, he was everything and more that you'd want out of Justin Herbert. There's questions about, can Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey be on the field at the same time because they're similar receivers? I am in love with the idea of having both of them on the field at the same time. One of them is going to get open. Keenan Allen, to me, was a huge point of victory for this team. He was awesome. I love this win all around. I'm on cloud 9 like Dave.
I think we just saw why signing Keenan Allen this late in the offseason was the best decision that the Chargers have made in the past 2 years, besides getting Jim Harbaugh. Allen was huge in this game. It was vintage Herbert to Allen. He was catching on third down and then just slicing right through for the first down, just knowing exactly where he needs to be, where his body placement needs to be. This was, we talked about when you beat the Chiefs, you have to beat the snot out of them. You can't give them any hope. Guys, the Chargers beat them by giving them hope. They beat them in a close game where it came all the way down to the wire and you're glued to your seat. Dave, there's so many positive things to say about this game.
Dude, there's so many positive things to say. I mean, first of all, look, not only did the Chargers outplay them, they outcoached them, right? We've said all along, for a long time on the show, we think Andy Reid's the best coach in the NFL. Andy Reid does a fantastic job. The Chargers outcoached the Chiefs. There was only one time during the entire game that I thought the Chargers basically didn't do a good job coaching. I'm not going to talk about the big 4th down conversion. That right there, I think, is just you lost your mind. I don't think that's on the coaches. I think that's a player that sat there and didn't understand what was going on, just like Hampton didn't understand what was going on when he ran out. When they started their first drive in the second half and they went off kind of, it's like, hey, we're going to kind of pull back instead of attack. It was the only time I can complain. Greg Roman, hats off to you. Jim Harbaugh, the culture that you've established in year 2. Man, look, this team isn't even sitting there clicking. And I know the Chief fans are going to say, well, so what? We lost to the Lions a few years ago, week 1. There's no so what. It's a game that the whole world is watching, as Rich Eisen had to keep telling you over and over again. There was one game on in the NFL. It was the Chiefs. It was the Chargers. It was Brazil. The commissioner there with all the YouTube stars and all the stuff that went into this, as Josh said a couple days ago or yesterday, the Chiefs got their own end zone. They put an NFL logo in the middle of the field. This was not a Charger home game at all. And for the Chargers to sit there and go, fine, you're going to take one of our home games, watch this. And guess what? When you beat the Kansas City Chiefs all of a sudden, your wimpy yellow pants don't look so wimpy.
Yeah, they can wear yellow pants all they want if they're going to play like that. We're going to talk about 2 people right now, to me, that were amazing, huge reasons why the Chargers won this game. 2 offensive players. We'll go Justin Herbert and Quentin Johnston. I understand Quentin Johnston's been a guy we've hated on the show for a long time. We've given him a lot of crap. He had a big drop, but he made up for it. He had 2 touchdowns. He led the team in receiving. He was awesome. I love the idea, Mario, of having Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey find pockets in the defense and then have Ladd than have QJ run deep crossing patterns or somewhere where he can get open on the other side of the field, because Justin Herbert has such a strong arm. He can throw across his body. He can throw to the left, throw to the right. I mean, I just love the offense today. Greg Roman needs to get a lot of credit as well. I thought he called a great game. The fact that Justin Herbert used his legs made me so happy. From the very beginning of the game, he was using his legs. And I always said, when Justin Herbert uses his legs and he turns into a little bit of Josh Allen, this is a team that has a whole nother dimension. And when Justin Herbert can throw the way he does, and he's going to be great most of these games, but he also adds the running element, this is a team that can win in the playoffs.
He was making plays that weren't plays anymore. Justin Herbert was extending better than he's ever extended in his career. He was making stuff happen. And the whole time, guys, it felt like the game was just in control and that it was just in his hands. He just looked calm in it. He looked just solely under control the whole time. And Greg Roman, we heard run the ball. We're going to run it down their throat. You're never going to be able to not feel the pressure of Los Angeles Chargers. And Greg Roman just wiped his ass with that and like flushed it down the toilet and just opened it up. And it was beautiful. The passing schemes were great. Even on that final possession, we had double tight ends. You're in the I formation. Everything's screaming at it's a run. What do? We peel out the other way, and it's Will Dissly for a big gain, right? On 2nd and 9, when didn't love that Herbert took the sack. And by the way, Quinn Johnson was like wide open downfield, but he got hit anyways. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of almost crapping my pants here. I don't know what's going to happen. 3rd and 14, Herbert runs for 19 yards. That is QB play, Dave, that puts you in that category with Burrow, Mahomes, Lamar, you name it. He was in that category tonight. He put at MVP level without a doubt.
A couple, we can always point out a couple things that we are concerned about. The things that we are majorly concerned about want a big difference, right? When you end up basically outscoring the Chiefs in the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter, you're going, we're doing something right. If you listen to the broadcasters tonight, which, man, the YouTube thing with these two guys, I understand they're big names, Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, just terrible, man. I mean, absolutely terrible. Rich Eisen couldn't do simple math. I mean, I'm the worst math guy of all time, but I know the difference between basically 6 points and 10 points. Quit saying the Chargers have a 10-point lead going in the half. It was driving me crazy. Kurt Warner, who's a Hall of Fame quarterback, when the Chargers scored their last touchdown and the Chiefs had all of their timeouts remaining, including the 2-minute warning, he goes, well, maybe you go for the onside kick, with the Chiefs. And I'm like, wait, what? Remember? And I'm going, dude, you're a Hall of Fame quarterback. There's a lot of time left. If it didn't come down to Kurt Warner getting that first down with his legs, we're going to be in some trouble there. But that's not what happened. The Chargers took care of business. Look, this is one of those days. I know we always say we overreact, when they lose and when they win, and we go on as soon as the game ends and emotions are an all-time high. But beating the Chiefs is a big deal. Winning a game inside your division feels like 2 wins. Beating the Chiefs feels like 3 wins. It's just a big deal that when you look at the schedule, when do you face Kansas City and can you get by them? Do the Chiefs take it seriously? We see the chat on the side. We know Chief fans jump in here all the time. They love to talk trash, and I'm sure they do it every single week to every team they face. You can say whatever you want. The Chargers are here. All right. That is a big wake-up call to the rest of the NFL that you should be very concerned how well the Chargers played, considering the Chargers had a lot of things that they need to fix.
Chargers didn't play a perfect game. I agree with Dave. Chargers didn't play a perfect game, but they played well enough to beat the Chiefs. If you're a Chiefs fan, you got to be concerned, right? Because you have the Denver Broncos in this division, you have the Chargers, then you have yourselves. And if you don't have your top 2 receivers, it's hard for any team. I understand that. A couple guys on this team played above their heads for the Chargers. Tier Tart threw punches at some point. He was also knocking down passes. I mean, he was absolutely unbelievable. Poona Ford was a huge loss, but Tier Tart showed up in a big way today. I'm so happy he didn't get ejected. If he would have got ejected, which, you can make a case he should have been ejected. I don't know if the Chargers win this game, but he wasn't ejected. And the Chargers win this game. Henley made a huge sack in this game. Derwin James tackles when you need him in the open field. Man, I am on cloud 9. It feels like when you win games in your division, Mario, it almost counts as 2 wins. And when it's against the Chiefs, it even means more. I'm on cloud 9. I'm in Vegas right now, by the way. All my friends are here. We're hyped. We're going to go crazy tonight because the Chargers just don't beat the Chiefs. It just does not happen. For you to win in front of everybody, everybody's watching this game, whether it's Brazil, United States, everybody wants to see the Chiefs get knocked down. And I'm so happy that our Chargers did it. I think we're here. I mean, Chargers closing a game versus the Chiefs is just a step that we haven't made in the last several years. I think the Chargers are here.
Not to mention you beating your rival in the division. You're beating the team that was back-to-back Super Bowl champions, have gone to Super Bowl 3 years in a row. Is it almost 4 years? No, it's 3 years in a row. And you just proved to everyone that we can be a Super Bowl contending team. And that was what Jim Harbaugh wanted this team to be. This was the process that was supposed to be forthcoming. And then now it feels like kind of we're here. And everyone stepped up huge. You mentioned Tart. Dude, I thought Dante Jackson played also a very great game. He had a huge great one-on-one possession on that 3rd and goal where Mahomes throws the deep pass to him, no safety over top, and the receiver's out of bounds, has no chance to get it. That's a huge freaking play. I thought he played awesome. Two QB pressures early, just absolutely lights up Mahomes right away. I loved that more than anything. We've already mentioned Greg Roman. Jesse Minter does it again. Henley was incredible. He hits with so much power. I loved that. And Dave, most importantly, you could tell out there, besides we could get into it later for like a rant because it pissed me off to no end. Besides Mahomes' chippy bull crap hits that he would do when everyone's trained not to hit you and you pull that crap, like, all right, buddy, way to hit the guy with no arms. The Chargers felt like they were the most physical team out there. And I don't think we've been able to say that in the past 5 to 6 years when facing the Chiefs.
Agree with you. But number one, I was looking through Twitter the whole time through. Mark Schlereth went after Mahomes for the exact move you're talking about. You saw it?
Yeah, I did. I
fired
me
and
up.
everything else and goes, it's all on. Number 15, it's on. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. By the way, one of my least favorite players in the league is Drew Tranquil. Never wished for injury, but when he got hurt, I didn't feel bad for a second.
Friend of the program.
I might have smiled a little bit. So that's fine. I'm done with that guy. So look, it's okay to hate your opponent, especially in a physical sport. It's okay. I will say this about Andy Reid. As much as we just gave compliments to the Chargers coaching staff, I thought Andy Reid did a piss poor job just on the way he attacked the Chargers. I thought it was interesting that I'm going, if the Chargers are going to sit there and have to stop the run, I think we're going to be in trouble. And the fact that Andy Reid stayed away from the run, I thought was interesting. Look, you look at the box score right now and you go, how do they do running wise? Well, they average 5.8 yards a carry as a team. You know, Isaiah Pacheco ran the ball 5 times for 25 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. But yet you're going to stop running the ball? I mean, everyone who ran the ball had success. And yet Andy Reid's like, no, we're not going to run. We're going to do this with Mahomes, who, by the way, had a quarterback rating of 39 after the first quarter. And then he's sitting there playing catch up. And when you want to sit there and compare the quarterbacks and you go look at Justin Herbert, who had a quarterback rating of 132, and you look at Mahomes, who had a quarterback rating of 89-90, you go, our guy was better. Look, Justin Herbert right now, hopefully everyone says, you know, you rank your top 5 quarterbacks and everything that goes into it in the NFL. Justin Herbert's right there, just like we have talked about throughout the offseason. Why is he so forgotten that people drop him all the way to number 9, number 10? And I know that none of that stuff means anything to Justin Herbert. Actually, if you listen to the interview after the game, you couldn't have been more boring. Dude, I'll take the boring quarterback. Let's keep getting the wins. Huge momentum build when you look at the schedule. Again, you're facing another team inside your division the following week in the Raiders. Plus, you have the Giants. And you're going, you know what? Things are setting up for this team to sit there and do what they plan on doing. And what does Jim Harbaugh's teams do? They get better in year 2. And they were dramatically better in year 1 than what they were before he was here. And now with him in year 2, and again, the culture of what's expected, I think as a Charger fan, you have to be extremely excited for the way things are going. And maybe you haven't felt this way since the Chargers had Marty Schottenheimer and they had LT and Gates and Rivers and the excitement of everything they could do. We felt like they were going to win every single week.
We know Justin Herbert's been dropped down to the 9-10 area by some people because he's not winning these games. Chargers win these games. Justin Herbert should be in the conversation for one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL because he is that good. Mauro, we have tons of chats here. We're going to get to them. First one comes from AK499. He said, do you see that run on 3rd down? That's my quarterback. He told Mahomes enough is enough. You're not winning tonight. I can't cuss. AK, I told you this. I cannot cuss. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I cannot cuss. That was one of the biggest plays of the game, right? The Chargers need to convert to run out the clock, and he did it. When Justin Herbert uses his legs, he is a dual threat quarterback that is almost unstoppable, whether he's in the Greg Roman offense or any offense, because you cannot defend the pass. If guys are going to get open or even if guys aren't open, he's going to make a completion. And if he runs with his legs, I mean, he's just unstoppable at some points. And tonight he was unstoppable.
Dude,
sneaky athlete.
Mario, let's give him credit right now. We're giving everybody credit. AK, you're the smartest guy on the planet. You called this 8 months ago.
True.
All right. I mean, you are the smartest guy on the planet. You should run for office tonight because I would vote for you. Without a doubt, I'm more impressed with AK calling us dumb and why you scared and everything else that he said. He was right. He called this thing a long time ago. You guys are scared of the wrong team.
He's right. He's right. Give credit where it's due. Next one comes from Young
I'd give
West.
you a game ball if I had it, AK, but I don't.
$5 from Young West. He said Keenan Allen didn't miss a beat. Hampton, couple rookie mistakes, but was decent overall. Herbert looked like he was in Super Saiyan mode. Minter is a problem. There's a lot there. Hampton, I thought was fine. I thought Hampton was good for a first game. There was points during the game where he wasn't mentally there, and maybe he wasn't hitting the hole hard. I thought at the end of the game, but he was good enough, and he did well. Keenan Allen, he would be one of my game balls as well. Keenan Allen finishes with 7 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. He was awesome, a huge key to win. And then Minter. I mean, dude, honestly, Mario, I think this is the last year that we have Jesse Minter.
If we stay on this track, it is. Minter's going to have a head coaching job next year. The Keenan Allen, if there isn't a guy happy in that locker room, it's got to be him. He took a lot of crap last year of him just being out of shape, him not being that much involved in the Bears offense, and then kind of everyone forgot about him going into this year. The way he played tonight, man, I mean, he told the whole NFL, Dave, F you. I got so much left in the tank. And, Chargers signed him to a 1-year deal. Push that thing to 3. I mean, this guy does have a lot left to offer in the National Football League.
Push that thing to 3. Look, how many people in fantasy football are going to be running to make a claim on Keenan Allen? I mean, seriously,
oh, my God.
Keenan Allen, right? I mean, Keenan Allen, again, stepped up big time. It was great to have him back. Not too many times you welcome guys back to uniform where it's kind of just sad. It wasn't sad at all. We needed Keenan Allen. And as far as QJ goes, as Josh gave him props basically about 10 minutes ago, look, QJ is good when there's nobody on him. Does that make sense? Like, if you have any QJ is not going to catch the ball, but if he creates space, he's fine. He's fine. I'm breaking out, so I got bad reception. And that as far as QJ goes, he did what the Chargers needed. I think you're going to learn that you can get something out of QJ if he's wide open, which sounds ridiculous, but he's fast enough to create space.
I mean, if he gets open, he catches it, right? I don't trust him in contested catches, but tonight he has 2 touchdowns. And the next one is from Matthew Dahl, 199. He says, game of the night is QJ, Herbert, and Tart. That would be my 3 players of the game as well. I think Tart was the best player on defense. I think Troy Dye was very good on defense. It was driving me crazy, Mario, at some points that we didn't have a spy on Mahomes. I thought Troy Dye would be a great spy on Mahomes. But Herbert was awesome, and QJ, 2 touchdowns. Amazing performance.
Can't say enough great things about all 3 of those guys tonight. You mentioned it, Dave. Quinn Johnson is, when he's out in space, man, he's incredible at the football. But I'll scream this from the rooftops. One-on-one coverage. I don't care if the safety is left the stadium. We're not throwing him the damn ball. If he's stride for stride with him, he's just not going to catch it.
True. What else you got, Josh?
Mighty 199 says, told you on Keenan, Josh, have faith. He's a problem. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I said anything about Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen more than I like Mike Williams. I don't think Mike Williams would have played as well today as Keenan Allen did. Keenan Allen is just a guy you can rely on. Keenan Allen is a guy that will get open when you need him to. Keenan Allen is sure-handed. Mike Williams is a guy that, I wish he was on this team as well, but Keenan Allen's just a different type of receiver. And like I said at the very beginning of the show, I like when him and Ladd are on the field together. You could just tell Justin Herbert looks more comfortable.
1,000%.
From Sean Benford, 999 says, can't wait for someone to take Mahomes out if he tries that fake run out of bounds. What do you think about that, Dave?
I'm all for it. 100%. I mean, I'd love to see someone take him out. I'd love to see someone in the division do it. It doesn't have to be someone on the Chargers either. It can be Max Crosby. It could be anybody. But I'd love to see someone do it. I mean, again, you're going to sit there and play the games, F around and find out. Let's see what happens. You light them up. I've said this on the show for years, and I know it's not, favored. When you're in a big game, and if you take out the place kicker, let's say, you're kind of screwed, but no one's going to remember in history the place kicker was taken out. Like, no one's going to remember in next year when they match up, hey, Xavier Worthy was out after play 3. It doesn't matter. It's what the final score is all people remember. Guess what? Chargers won 27-21. So when you sit there and you take out Mahomes, you go, okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And guess what? Because you did it, the next time he faces your team, he's going to think twice. And it is really, he's a magician because he's able to do that. He's able to sit there and be elusive, especially at the end, and he's going to get the calls. And you sit there and you go, we'll take the 15-yard penalty in the first down. But guess what? That guy can't comb his hair now. That's fine.
And look, it's the biggest bitch move in the NFL. It really is. You're a quarterback, and all you get the whole time is no one can lay a finger on you. The roughing the passer call that they threw on Herbert earlier this game was a bullcrap call. He got barely touched and they threw the flag. You get protected like nobody else, especially when you're the best quarterback in the league. You get special treatment. You get the Mahomes rule. And then now, as soon as you run out of bounds, where you know that defender has to slow down and can't touch you, you're going to lower your shoulder and just absolutely run him over. Nice, dude. What big freaking ego. You sound worse than a Hermit the Frog. Hit puberty already. Like, I have no respect for any of that. That pisses me off to no end. I truly hope next time he does that, it is some big ass mother effer who's so ready to take his head off, because it's so unfair. You are screwing with guys so much when you do that, and you're playing a dangerous ball game. Very, very dangerous. And it infuriates me. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. I know you're the best quarterback of all time, but eat shit. Not really, but
Good God.
Good God.
Sorry.
It's fine.
That.
It's a live show. It's okay though. Sons of Cleat Woodworking, $10 says, as a certified hater, I have to give QJ some credit and thank Jeebus. They came out swinging at that 5-minute mark rather than some pedestrian Roman calls. Both the F up, boys. I agree. I think the Chargers were the aggressors in this game. The moment that I'm thinking back to is when QJ is running the ball, and obviously we can all see the yellow line. He can't, but still, just step forward, right? The Chargers get a terrible spot. They have to go 1 yard.
Terrible spot.
Horrible spot. And Jim Harbaugh doesn't think for a second. He goes, we're going to go for it. And we get it, right? And I just love that the Chargers are not backing down. They're the aggressors in this situation. Huge shout out to the offensive line. I talk crap about this offensive line all offseason. They were good enough. And they were good enough on that play, and they're good enough on the entire game, right? To have Justin Herbert's back. Even when Justin Herbert had to roll out, there wasn't tons and tons of pressure where he's getting knocked to the ground. I thought they did a great job.
Were you guys surprised? I was thinking Mario, and he goes, "This when you thought we were going to zig, we're going to zag." That they started off first play of the game with Herbert running. Did that surprise you?
The passing the whole time surprised me. I was just like, when is the 25 carries to Maryland coming?
I loved it. Again, the Chargers outcoached Andy Reid and the Chiefs. They did, top to bottom. They absolutely did. And you don't see that very often. I mean, there are a lot of things you don't see very often when the Chiefs are going at it, but to say a coaching staff on the other side outcoached you is a lot. And the Chiefs are sitting there saying, we lost the Super Bowl, but we have a lot to prove. What have the Chiefs been saying all summer? The dynasty's not over. I don't know. It could be the beginning and the end. Let's see what happens here. Travis Kelce, look, he lost weight, but as we said, Travis Kelce is older. And it's just what happens. You look a little bit different. He's supposed to be on the same page as Mahomes. You saw those two start bickering at each other. Dude, there's no one in front of you. Keep going. Why are you sitting? Now, did he sit because he saw something or because he was out of gas? But again, they had a chance to do something great right there. And yet two guys are supposed to know each other like nobody's business, weren't on the same page, and it cost the Chiefs. It was great to watch. Loved every second.
Next one comes from Milana Moore. She says, my baby Charger Gianna is here now, and I'm back. Congratulations.
Congrats. Beautiful name.
We missed you. She said, so glad to be back to celebrate the big W. Shout out to Jackson and Hart on defense too. Let's keep it up. Congratulations, Alana. You're one of our favorites. We're happy to have you back. Chargers defense was amazing. Dave, didn't you expect the Chargers defense to play well tonight? When they play well, you don't really are surprised, I'd say.
I was a little nervous as far as I said, if they kept running the ball, I didn't know how the Chargers were going to react. There are guys that stepped up that we were pleased with. Khalil Mack, as we said, age is a son of a gun, right? And you sit there and you go, everyone's a Khalil Mack fan. Everybody roots for Khalil Mack. And when they had the big play, when it was fourth down and long, and you're going, okay, the Chargers can stop them. And that's when, of course, the Chiefs were able to find downfield to take the ball down to the Charger 9-yard line on 4th and 7. Khalil Mack almost had Mahomes. I was like, dude, get him. Like, looks like you're giving more effort on this play than you have the entire game. And Khalil Mack ended up with, 1 tackle. That was it. No sacks, 1 tackle. And so we spoke about this a lot during the offseason. Are you concerned about the lack of pass rush, which I was tonight? And I'm also concerned, how's that defensive line going to do, whether it's against the run or not? Now, look, the team they face next is going to be the Raiders, who don't have a lot of weapons, but they do have a running back that was drafted ahead of Hampton. And those two are going to be compared basically the rest of their careers. Who got the better running back? And I don't know what the Raiders are going to do against the Patriots on Sunday, but I know the Raiders are going to run the ball a lot more than the Chiefs ran the ball tonight. And I know we have time to talk about this game, but I honestly feel like Andy Reid really hurt his team for having a chance to do a better job tonight against the Chargers. And it's fine because that 27-21 win by the Chargers is awesome.
Did you think it was necessary for the Chiefs to do a running back by association? I didn't think it was necessary. I thought, like Dave said, Pacheco was good enough. I mean, he's back from injury. I think they would have been more of a threat if they would have kept him in more.
Yeah, I would give Pacheco every touch in the world. That's the part I didn't get from them tonight at all. And I would get Kelsey more involved. Like, Kelsey looked good.
He's a punishing back, Pacheco. Nobody wants to sit there and tackle Pacheco 20 times a game. We've seen Pacheco. He runs angry. He's very good. I would always say if you can have a guy like that or a Derrick Henry, they wear your defense down. Nobody wants to tackle a guy like Pacheco. Where was Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
That's funny. Kelvin Gaddis, $100. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, man. That's very nice. Wow.
Hey, my first kid, Kelvin.
This is out of appreciation for you guys, keeping me entertained and engrossed throughout the offseason. Sorry I couldn't catch any of the live shows all offseason. My work season of 15-hour days ended last week. Love the Bolts right now. Keep the love going. Bolt gang. Wow. Kelvin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching and tuning in every time, Kelvin. We appreciate it.
Cam Teague, 85, 999, said, so glad Herbert made me look stupid for mentioning how he doesn't like to use his legs on yesterday's pod. Also, Hampton is going to be a beast. Always took 2 guys to take him down. It's funny that he mentions that. Does Hampton look bigger than you thought he was going to be? Like, I know we saw him in the preseason, but to me, the regular season games just look so different than the preseason games. He looks like just such a punishing back. LT was never really a punishing back. Melvin Gordon wasn't either. And Austin Eckler to some degree was. But I think once he gets his footing, Amarian Hampton could be one of the best all-around backs the Chargers have ever had.
And I can tell you this just from watching the UNC football games. When he has that Derrick Henry attitude, Dave, where how hard he hits you in the first, it's going to be as hard or harder in the fourth. Like, it only gets better. And there's little things where I nerded out that I loved, and I texted you guys about it. His chip blocks that he would have were fantastic. Like, those were the little things that got me like a little fired up, where you felt something in your pants a little bit. Like that was the little things as a running back that he excelled at tonight, even though he didn't show up in the stat sheet as much as we like him to.
I've never watched a football game and felt anything in my pants, just ever. Okay.
Make me the weirdo.
Drop that line. I'm the weirdo. You're the guy that said it. I will say this on giving credit to Hampton. All right. As a guy who goes to the gym 3 times a week and at like ridiculous hours at 4:30 in the morning just to work on my calves, the guy's calves are impressive. I was like, I put a lot of time in it. I'm a lot older than him, but his calves are better than mine. I was super impressed. Yeah. I don't tell you.
Man, Marshawn Lynch was in his ear during the game.
That was cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Sep Nazari, $10, says, nothing better than seeing Mahomes sit there and watch us win. What you guys think about Andy Reid mind games and not coming out on time, and also mistakes by the team not taking a timeout in the end of the first half? I know, Mario, you were very upset about the way the Chiefs delayed halftime and how they came out late. What do you think?
Again, back to like Mahomes running out of bounds. Why? Like, why and who do you think you are? Yeah, you are. Okay, you've been this dynasty that we currently have. That doesn't mean you're above not showing out to the field on time. It is the simplest and easiest thing to do. There's no rain delay. There's no miscommunication on time. And then as you're walking out to the field, Andy Reid stops him, stops everyone. You're like, buddy, what are you doing? Are you finishing a cheeseburger back there? Like, God, get your freaking team out there and get them ready to play. The other team's ready for you. By the way, you're down in the game. Like, you're not playing well. If there's one thing, if you're up 21-0 and you're dominating the game, dude, you're down. You're not at home. Like, what are you going to go hang out with Mr. Beast? Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing back there. It's taking everything. I mean, not to cuss up a storm right now.
Yeah, you have.
Okay. But it just made me very pissed off of just like, nice. Like, by the way, it's a new season. Everyone's 0-0. Like, don't feel like any entitlement. Your roster that you had that got you those Super Bowls is not the same roster. Like, lace them up and get ready to freaking play. That's why you lost, by the way.
This is how you fix it. You say that the game's starting. That's it.
Exactly.
And guess what?
Yeah.
The Chargers are kicking off, and you line up for we declare onside kick. You know you have to declare? We're going to onside kick it right now. Nobody on the field. We just jumped on it. Dude, what happens in the NFL draft if you don't get your pick in on time? You miss it. You lose it. Get your ass out on the field. And if you can't, guess what? We run the commercials. Everything's on a time schedule in this league. Nobody's special. You're special at the end of the game when the referees always seem to help your team out. But that right there was ridiculous. And by the way, if it was the other way around, they would have lost their mind that Jim Harbaugh did that.
Lost their mind. And also,
I'm telling you, the Chargers were the kicking team in that situation. They should have just put them on the field and line up. Let's go. Onside kick. I don't care if they're on the field or not. It's the way it goes.
as someone too that has to work like live sporting events and live games, them like you can hear Eisen getting kind of pissed off when when that team's not ready. You have to buy time talking, and people think, "Oh, buy time isn't really that hard." It is. It is. It's not easy, and that sends everyone in a frenzy. There's a lot of people that are on a strict time schedule that have billions and millions of dollars that rely on that, and when you screw it up because you're too fat and lazy, it's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, god dang, what do you want Fat Shakira to come out and sing another verse or whatever that was? I mean, what are we going to do here?
That is way too far.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know who she was. Did you guys know who she was?
Yeah, I do. I'm 31 years old.
Oh,
I didn't know, but I was a fan.
You didn't know who Carol G is?
No, I didn't. But I was a huge fan. I said, "Hey-o."
I already didn't have the volume on. Just a huge fan.
I had it on.
All right.
I'm just teasing, dude.
I was dancing with it.
Mike G, $5 said, and just like that, Herbert has his signature win.
Yes. Maybe.
Yeah, for now.
I mean, the playoffs would count,
I don't know.
but we'll take that one. I mean, the numbers were insane.
Wins.
Yeah, the numbers were insane. I mean, we didn't even give you his official numbers on there. 25 of 34, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Awesome. Awesome. Outplayed Mahomes, supposedly the greatest quarterback of all time. And his stupid broccoli haircut.
Is Mahomes the greatest quarterback of all time? Isn't Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time?
That's what I thought, but there are goats all over the place. It's a big goat field.
First 300-yard and 3 touchdown game for Herbert since week 10 of 2023.
Wow. Interesting. Here's another Herbert comment. Ricardo said for $5 says, when Herbert slid to ice the game, legend. It was cool.
Yeah.
Looked like he's sliding to second base. Made me very happy. Jumped in the air, high-fived a few people. Maybe spanked somebody. It's cool.
Yeah. Ooh. Spanking Madison Beer maybe later.
It was one of my guy friends. Wasn't that cool? $4.99 Cam Teague. Last team to win the Brazil game won the Super Bowl. Laugh out loud. I'm just saying. I like it.
That's
Why not draw some comparisons?
Let's make it a thing.
Hey, if the season ended today, Justin Herbert would be the MVP as well. Call it how it is.
That's, by the way, he's gonna get a lot of hype come Monday.
Yep.
He should. Sons of Cleat Woodworking, $2 says big ups to Henley. Dude was literally everywhere. I do not think it's a stretch to say he's a top 5 linebacker in the league right now. What is his weakness? I mean,
you have been saying it.
So have you. He's very fast. He's in on a lot of plays, and unlike Kenneth Murray, he makes the tackles.
Dude, I mean, what the hell, dude? I just found out Kenneth Murray's calling the plays for the Cowboys. Did you hear that yesterday?
Wait, what?
I know. He's got the green dot.
Kenneth Murray calls the defensive plays for the Cowboys.
In 2025.
And Eberflus is in his ear?
Yeah. Combo. Dude, look at that combination, Mario. You must have lost your mind.
And they weren't that bad.
Christ, they weren't. Yeah.
I mean, he got stiff armed to hell yesterday, but he wasn't that. I mean, the defense as a whole wasn't that bad. Angie Barr, $9.99 says, we get to enjoy Sunday football knowing that we beat the Chiefs. Now we take on Vegas Monday night. Bolt up. Can't wait. Which the game is tomorrow.
Long break, by the way. Long break.
But that's a great, you're right, because we don't play till Monday. That's a great point by Angie. Nothing's worse than losing a Thursday night game, right?
Yeah.
And then having to go through the whole weekend and going, oh, I'm just so sad. Like, what am I going to do? Like, we should have planned a trip. That's what you always say to someone. Oh, we should have done something this weekend. But you know what it's like to sit there back in your chair with your arms crossed, go, all right, who can match what we just did.
And then you have to,
Awesome.
like, on Sunday morning, too, when they do, like, the pre-show programming, they show those highlights, too, right before. And thanks.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just went to church to get over this.
Yeah. Any light bulbs in the house need to be changed out?
Yeah.
Damn it. I got time.
Who needs to go to Walmart?
Next comment comes from Logan Eagle 499. Says thoughts on who wins the AFC West after tonight. Offensive line looked weak, but great win. Both the F up. Honestly, I don't think anybody expected the offensive line to be great. I thought they were just good enough. Obviously, they broke down at times, but Justin Herbert made up for it. Mekhi Becton was very frustrating at times doing the false starts, but as a whole, I was happy. I mean, I was happy that they did well enough to win. Don't you think the Denver Broncos are watching this game and thinking the Chargers are probably better than we thought they'd be? Or maybe the Chiefs are a little bit worse than they thought they'd be? I understand that Xavier Worthy was out, but it's still the Chiefs. Any win is a win against the Chiefs.
I think it's wide open, by the way, AFC West.
Well, you know what? Let's be honest.
Open.
This is how the national media is going to cover this game. Is it over for the Chiefs? That's going to be the headline. Is it over for the Chiefs? They aren't going to give credit to the Chargers. That's fine. We don't care. We know what we saw. We know that, guess what? We can establish more. There's a lot of guys that were in a Charger uniform tonight that gained tremendous confidence. A lot of guys. And that goes especially for our receivers, And for Hampton to get that first game out of the way, I don't know what the hell happened when he ran out of bounds. That was crazy. Not like the rules aren't the same in every level of football. This isn't a college to NFL rule. You run out of bounds, the clock stops, stupid. What are we doing here? Do you play Madden? I mean, everybody knows how that works. That was just kind of insane. Unless you're a freshman football player in high school, that just can't happen. You literally gave them 3 points because you didn't understand what was going on. That's fine. That's fine. People are going to get better. Keenan Allen, man, has to be extremely excited about tonight. QJ has to be excited about tonight. Will Disley has to be excited about tonight after what happened to him in the playoffs, even though he fumbled on that one. What the hell? Who didn't see that coming, by the way? And then Herbert,
who fumbled?
Yeah, who?
Will Disley when he fumbled.
No, Tyler Conklin.
That was Conklin.
Was it Conklin?
That was
I
Conklin.
apologize to Disley. All right. What the hell, Tyler?
You need to get Conklin on your mind.
We dude, let me tell you, I could say a lot. I drank a whiskey one day away. I threw a whiskey. I threw a whiskey down the hatch, dude, during the game, and I'm like, man, I think I just drank a lot of whiskey. I got to throw the bottle out. That was a lot.
Really?
But guess what? I'm fine. I'm not.
You're one day away from a hangover.
One day away.
I can't believe you can add that to the show. That's
I know. I'm like,
is that great?
All I can see on the screen is my mic is muted. I'm like, why is my mic muted?
Yeah.
And then you play it.
Dude, I was so excited all day for that.
Jack Agnew, $5, says seeing Taylor get penalties for holding and a false start was nice to see too, guys. He's talking about Juwan Taylor, the tackle for the Chiefs. Dave's least favorite player in the NFL because it looks like he gets away with a lot of penalties.
He does.
He does. He had 2 holding penalties and he had a false start tonight. It was awesome. He should get called for those all the time because he does it a lot.
If I play D-line against the Chiefs, I wouldn't even look at the ball. I just look at him.
Yeah. I'm
like, I'm going when he goes every time. I'm like, watch this jump I get on Mahomes because he moves. I'm going. Don't even look at the ball. It's almost cussed. It's ridiculous.
By the way, did you guys see Kelsey rip him a new one too?
What did he say?
He was just screaming at him, getting his face to like the headbutt. He was fired up at him because he screwed up a screen pass too. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Do you see Drew Tranquil and Chris Jones get into it? That made me very happy too.
Made me very happy.
I loved every second of that. Dude. Wow. Blaze.
Wow. I can't see anything, but I see this.
Yeah. $199. $200 basically. Dude. Wow. That is. Wow. Thank you so much.
Man, I'm glad I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Mr. Beast feels like, dude. Wow. He says, sharing the wealth of QJ's first tutty, both the F up. We actually did it. Keenan Allen and Ladd like lamb and tuna fish, both the F up. What movie is that from, Mario? I'm going to test you right now. What movie is that from?
Sharing
like lamb and tuna fish.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler movie.
I just dropped an Adam Sandler line too. That's funny that he dropped that line.
I don't know.
Big Daddy in the
Big
court
Daddy.
scene. Come on,
I've never seen Big Daddy.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh
I'm not
my
a
God.
big Adam Sandler like movie guy, to be honest with you.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
I mean,
Nobody's
Are you a
perfect.
Dumb and Dumber
I
fan?
caught the tail end of it. I gotta rewatch the classics.
Have you watched Dumb
We'll
and
circle
Dumber?
back. That's good. It's good stuff.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so we rip on that real quick, or we rip on QJ. He had 8 touchdowns last year. He has 2 already this year. Dude, if he has 8 more, can we really keep ripping on him? Like that's pretty good. Like that's
Pretty good.
It's really good actually.
But Christ on a cross, if he doesn't catch a 1-on-1, that's
Yeah.
it.
The
I'm gonna
next step is
freak out.
catching the one-on-one passes. That's what we
Yeah,
want to see.
yeah.
Miguel Alvarez 499 says Herbert looks different, cool, calm, collected. He is just ready to win. I'm so happy. I hate Kansas City. I hate them too, Miguel. They're by far my least favorite team in the NFL. It feels like 2 wins. Honestly, today really feels like 2 wins to me.
Yeah.
Yep. It does.
Sean, dude, you guys are incredibly nice, dude.
Love
Sean
you, Sean.
Benford,
Wow.
$99.99. Offense looked brand new. I'm excited to see what offense looks like with KLS and Trey. I agree. You know, they kind of eased them in today. Trey had a massive catch at the end of the game, which was good to see. KLS, you know, he ran was it a comeback, and then Herbert threw it deep. They obviously weren't on the same page, but that's going to happen. I expect more out of Trey than KLS this season, but I think KLS will make some good plays as well. What do you guys think?
Dave, you called this yesterday. Go off, King. It's your
No. Don't. You know what? When push came to shove, though, what happened was, Sean, first of all, that is extremely nice. Mara, we're making rent this month, dude. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, we are. Let me
We're
tell you
keeping the
something. We got
lights on.
dicey after Miami last week.
Yeah, we're keeping the lights on, dude. All right, you're going to be okay. All right. So here's the deal, man. When push came to shove, what did Justin Herbert do? He went with the veterans, right? I mean, again, I would do the same thing. Like, I'm going to go with the guys that basically have done this before. Those other guys are going to be fine. Those rookies are going to be fine, and they're going to be a big part of this team. But, man, it's overwhelming. Everybody has the dream of being an NFL player. You're actually an NFL player going against, you know, the Chiefs, a team you probably played Madden with or talked about when you were in high school with your friends. You're on a national stage. You know, everybody that you ever knew is watching you. There's a lot that goes into that first game. I'm not worried about the rookie guys. It's kind of what I expected there. But here's the deal, man. Keenan Allen coming home. As I said, they always say you can't go home again. He came home and was great. And if Keenan Allen were to come out afterwards in the locker room and say, look, Caleb Williams just sucked. I never lost a step. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You guys saw it. I would be fine with that too. But you know what? It was great to see number 13 out there, and it almost didn't happen. If Mike Williams didn't retire, it probably wasn't going to happen. When all along, I think the three of us, and I'm sure people in the chat feel the same way, Keenan was the guy they should have chased from the beginning.
If Keenan didn't have that drop, he would have had 9 catches and 90-plus yards.
Yes.
I mean, dude was incredible tonight. Quell the Gamer, 1999, says this team looks so effing different. Coaching matters, and we just witnessed it. Between this coaching regime versus the old one, bolt up everyone, 1-0, baby. Greg Roman. Like Greg Roman, my game ball. Jesse Minter, we expect this every week. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. But Greg Roman was above his head today. I thought he called a fantastic game.
Dude, the Ravens are like, dude, if you would have done that, you'd still be working for us. I mean, he called a great game, and he went through the air. It wasn't predictable. It didn't feel like 1978 with Franco Harris back there. It felt like real football, you know?
Leah Smith, 49.99 says, I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. We appreciate you too.
Oh my God.
Look forward to kicking your ass in fantasy football this season.
Did you see her am I the only one that saw her in the group chat? We're in that
I think
couple
you're stalking her.
football leagues. Well, I was answering our group chat the whole night. I didn't see you guys. I know Josh was in Vegas. I don't know where you were, Mario, but
I'm tweeting. I'm tweeting off the account, getting likes.
Okay, I'm in the group chat, right?
Engagement, doing my role.
And I'm sitting there going back and forth because there are two different show chats. And then Lee all of a sudden comes out of nowhere. I hate the Queefs. And I was like, whoo.
Hey,
look at that trash talking. Caught me off guard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Caught me off guard, but I appreciate it, especially after Orioles beat my Dodgers at 2 outs in the ninth. Worst advice I ever gave my kid, by the way, was today, Mario.
I didn't follow your advice.
Thank God. I told him, dude, you're in Vegas. Go to a casino and parlay the Dodgers and the Padres to win. They've been playing so bad that they're going to both win tonight. They both lost.
There you go.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, 199, says F Tranquil, F the Chiefs.
Exactly.
Dude, honestly, I think Tranquil might be my least favorite Chief as well. I don't like Mahomes. I don't like Kelsey.
Yeah.
He's right there at the top for me. He's so annoying. And I know he's a Charger. When he's doing the army crawl on the grass.
Stay down.
God.
Stay down.
And then he got hurt right after that. I was like,
Yeah.
good. You're not good.
Karma, dude. Yeah, F that guy.
He didn't come to my brother's sister-in-law's wedding, and I think that's a little messed up since they were.
Was he invited?
I don't know, but for this sake, I'm gonna say he was, because for what I was told, they're really close friends.
Logan Eagle 1999 says Hanley looking like a top linebacker, Ladd and Keenan on the field together is dangerous. Couldn't agree more with both those comments. Hanley, all pro linebacker, I think this season. He's awesome. Ladd and Keenan, that is a different wrinkle we needed for this offense. It's something we didn't know we needed, Mario, but we need it.
Oh yeah. Keenan Allen couldn't have looked younger tonight. Couldn't have looked younger.
Great. Excited. Thank you very much for that last one, by the way.
Yes, thank you all. We love you.
Andre Kenny, $5 says, did anyone notice Justin was calling audibles? He finally acted on charge. Dude, Justin Herbert looked just different today. Not just because he ran, but he looked more calm. Maybe it's because he had Keenan out there with Ladd. I don't know what it was. Maybe he's just older, but he looked awesome. MVP type player today.
It looked like a different Herbert than we've ever seen. I don't know what it was. Well, go ahead.
Andrea, no, I was didn't mean to cut you off. Andrea, great point. I will say this to the fact you brought it up. I swear, I think that's the best version of Justin Herbert we've ever seen. I mean, he did it all. He did it all.
Brian Stowe, $2 says Disley was clutch. Dude, I think Will Disley's been better than we've expected, right? He's supposed to be the blocking tight end. Wasn't really supposed to be involved in the pass game. He's been good. He's been fine.
Yep.
I was a little bit disappointed that Gadsden wasn't active tonight. I thought he'd be active.
I was surprised by that move. I was surprised by that one. Yep.
All right, Frankie Herrera, $1.99 says only bad take is D-line needs to create more pressure. Why is that a bad take? I think that goes for any team. I think defensive line needs to create more pressure. The defensive line was fine tonight. They're actually pretty good. The defensive line was actually really good. They had 2 sacks of Mahomes. The Chiefs never really got any run game going. The only player that ran for significant yards was Mahomes on 6 carries, 57 yards. It's not really the defensive line's fault. I thought there should have been a spy on Mahomes, like Troy Dye said that earlier. I thought defensive line was good.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not sold, Mario. I'm not sure what I saw in the defensive line tonight. Like, honestly, there were times when Mahomes had more time than he should have had. The defensive line hasn't shown me they can stop the run. I don't know, Josh, to be honest with you. I'm still like, I need another week or two to see what our defensive line is.
I kind of agree because there's a couple, I think it was second possession, maybe, where it was like Mahomes could have a cup of coffee back there.
I think it's going to happen. I mean, they got Trace Smith, they got Creed Humphrey. They got some really good offensive linemen. It's going to happen. I think they're good enough. I mean, obviously they were good enough. Chargers won. Justin Herbert, 199. I feel like Tranquil was trying to hurt the king. It looked like it.
Yeah.
Don't blame him, though.
I'm glad he didn't go to your brother's wedding, dude. Brother might have walked out with a dislocated shoulder.
Brother and sister-in-law's wedding? I know.
Yeah.
You could have met my adorable niece, too, but joke's on him. CC's not going to your arms, pal.
Quick interjection between the chats here. Joe Wall, 41 snaps and 0 pressures allowed. Thank you, Jonathan Simpson. All-pro player as well. Awesome. And you need him to play like that, right? When you have some guys you don't rely on the offensive line. Joe Walt was amazing.
Dude, Joe Walt looked like those sumo wrestlers when they go against guys that are just average guys. I'm not kidding. Joe Walt was ridiculous. Like, you watch these plays, and the play's over, the guy's like, did the best I could. I mean, he is a wall, man. He was something else.
Awesome player. Love 2025 $10 says, I'm so proud of QJ tonight. I personally spoke to QJ beginning of last season. I told him that he was going to do good and have a great year. QJ stated he hoped he will have a good year. How about more details on that? How did you speak to him? What happened?
Love.
Yeah, you're part of this win.
Tell him your name was Love.
I kind of like Love. I hope you go by that in personally. I think that'd be really fun to be somewhere and be like, what's your name? Love.
You can't get mad at a guy whose name's Love.
You can't.
You don't get punched in the face if your name's Love.
It's going to open a lot of doors for you. The ones that you like and probably ones you don't like.
Yeah.
Charles Oglesby, $9.99, says we played to win tonight instead of playing not to lose. Great clock management. Couldn't agree more. I think that's exactly what the Chargers play like. They were the aggressors. They were playing to win. Chargers usually play to lose in some of these games, which drives you nuts. They weren't like that at all.
I felt that way when they came out in the second half, that they were sitting there putting the toe in the water. That's what made me nervous. I was like, dude, I've seen this. Don't do that. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Be aggressive the entire time. Keep them on their heels.
The 3 and out. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do agree. Staley would have played not to lose. So would have Anthony
100%.
Lynn. So with all those guys.
Yeah.
That's why they're not there anymore.
Are we going to bring up Staley's name forever, by the way? I think we are. He earned it.
He did earn
Like,
it.
he earned it.
Did.
You know? I mean, you were part of our worst times as a fan of this team. We're going to bring you up all the time.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. All the coaches do that.
Everybody talks about their bad exes, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're that one.
Remember that jerk I used to be with? Yeah. Love 2025. I told QJ he got this. I told him that I see greatness. QJ said, "Thanks, man, for the belief and hope you are right." I told him I don't think I know it. And then she followed up with $10 more. I think a lot of the credit goes to Keenan Allen. Return to the locker room. I could see Allen's leadership all over the wide receivers team, and especially Justin. My son is back. I love seeing his confidence.
Let's go.
That's one of those things that is, oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
You're good.
$10 more. The whole team played great. What outstanding coach team. We got this. I think that's one of those things that we don't see as fans when you have a veteran presence like Keenan Allen, what it does to a team, not only on the field, but off the field. QJ looked more comfortable today. He obviously had 2 touchdowns, which is great. But Keenan Allen's presence, not only for Justin Herbert, but the other receivers, is huge. And Tony Jefferson's a guy that's in the practice squad. He's such a good teammate to have. I obviously went to high school with him. I know him. I'm so happy the Chargers held on to a guy like that. It makes a big difference within the locker room.
Shout out Love. I think she's got a talent.
She does. All right. We are out of comments.
That's
the most comments we've ever had, ever.
I think
Thank
you're
you
right.
all.
That was a lot. Appreciate it. The amount of donations were outstanding. Some of you guys messed up the decimal point compared to Sean, but otherwise you guys did really good. You know.
All right.
We appreciate it all, though. Thank you guys so much. We really
Very
do.
much so.
Yeah, I got an ask for anybody that's listening. Give me your player of the game, not named Justin Herbert. I'm curious to who you guys think is the player of the game, not named Justin Herbert. What would you guys say? Who's your player of the game, not named Justin Herbert?
Not named Justin Herbert, player of the game. For me, it has to be Tart. That was the position of worry that we had going into this year, is what this defensive line can be, what can be the pressure. And now, while they weren't perfect today, but it was a really solid game from them, and 3 batted passes against the best quarterback in the league. Something. So that is by far my player of the game today. Is Tart.
I'm going to go offense and defensive side. Is that all right? I'm going to go Henley's my defensive MVP today. They could have given it to so many guys. I'm going to Henley's my guy. Offense, same thing. You give it to a bunch of guys. We talked about going into this game, how tough it would be for Ladd this year because he's not going to sneak up on anybody. Everyone's going to know what he is. You could go that direction, but man, I'm going to go back to what we just said a second ago. Joe Alt completely took care of that side of the line.
Yep.
Completely. And so just going back, right now I'm looking at the Chiefs defense. Chris Jones's numbers. Do you guys have them in front of you?
Yeah, I do. Chris Jones only had 2 tackles. I just lost my lighting. 2 tackles, no sacks.
No sacks. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. How did your lighting go out?
I don't know. I'm in a hotel room. I don't know what the hell happened. Do I have to move? I don't know.
Like one of those bathrooms.
Yeah. Logan Eagle 499 says Chiefs going 0-2 after they play Philly. Their downfall is coming.
Woo.
Wow.
What do you guys think about Philly real quick? What do you think about that game? Did Philly look as good as you thought they'd be? What do you think happens between the Chiefs and the Eagles?
To be honest with you guys, I just think that was it's earlier in the season. Cowboys is always a tight game. It was a weird 1-2 with the rain delay. That's why I chalked that one up as. I don't see Dave as this is a worry, wave the sirens, Eagles are falling apart, the dynasty's over, or like they're not going to come close to the team they were last year. I think it's week 1.
Chiefs or Eagles?
Moment.
Chiefs or Eagles?
Eagles. Is that
okay.
what it was? Mission Eagles?
Yeah.
So that I'm not too worried about Philly. And Dak, like the Cowboys, that will always be a tight game.
I don't think the Eagles looked good either, but I think they looked a hell of a lot better than the Chiefs tonight.
Yeah. By far.
Yeah. I'm glad the NFL's back, man. We needed it. That's for sure. This was great. It's a great way to start your weekend. You guys are going to be in a good mood the rest of the time. Again, get a chance to watch the other teams play and going at worst case scenario, we're in first place. I mean, that's just the way it is. And then you have a bunch of days off because you don't play until Monday night against the Raiders. So there you go. We're going to be back at this, though, next on Tuesday. That is the plan, right? Tuesday, we're going to be back at it. And ready to go. I'll try and give you guys a time. The time might change a little bit for me, but we'll figure it out. The goal, though, subscribe and like the show. You'll never miss a show. And then Thursday, and then we'll come back again game day for the Raiders. And then we got a lot going on. But this is exactly what we needed, man. It's been a long time since that Texans game. And this is exactly what we needed to move forward and say that was last year. This is this year. So we'll let you guys go on a Friday night. I know Josh has to go out and celebrate a friend of his that's getting married in Vegas. Mario's in Chicago having a good time. And, man, there's so much goddamn smoke in here. It feels like someone poured an entire bottle of shampoo right in my eyes. I can't see anything. Just my eyes are burning. I feel like that scene, Along Came Polly, where he's like, I'm burning on the basketball court. That's where I'm at right now. All right, we'll get out of here again. Final score, Chargers win 27-21. If you want to get to you on this show, make sure you leave a comment in the YouTube stream. Josh and I will get to those as well. 27-21 Chargers win. For Mario Heron, Josh Palais, I'm Dave Palais. We'll see you next week, everybody. One day away. Sad.